Being a famous rapper ain't always great. With all the success comes hate and jealousy, and every now and then, you gotta catch a fade. Here's a look at some of the wildest rapper fights. Lil Tjay. Lil Tjay is one of the hottest rappers from the Bronx. With hits like Call on My Phone and FN, Lil Tjay is one of the leading voices in New York City. But being a famous rapper also makes you a target. And Lil Tjay learned this the hard way after he got into a huge fight outside a concert in the UK. On Saturday, November 13th, Lil Tjay performed at Club Switch in Southampton, a city in England, about 2 hours from London. He was in the UK as part of his Destined to Win tour, which was named after his second studio album. Some local artists performed before he came on, then Lil Tjay went into his set. But for some reason, he cut the performance short and left the stage after a few songs. This upset some people in the audience. After the show, Tjay was chilling outside the venue when he was approached by a group of dudes. It ain't clear exactly what started it, but a video later popped up online showing him getting into a huge fight outside the venue. Police and security guards eventually had to break it up, and at the end of the video, Lil Tjay is seen being held back by security while he tells them, "Don't touch me." The footage went viral, and rumors started going around that Tjay got his chain snatched during the fight, but the rapper quickly shut him down. He posted a video to Instagram showing he still had his chains on. As he's flexing, a police car with sirens can be heard in the background. After they pass, the rapper says, "If a nigga really tried to take my chain, it would have been a lot of those right there."
If a nigga tried to really take my chain, it would have been a lot of those right there.
So, Lil Tjay made it clear that he got into a fight, but no one took his jewelry. If that wasn't enough, a few days later, the rapper was performing in Manchester and threatened to fight a fan after he threw a bottle on the stage. Tjay stopped the show after the bottle was thrown. He told the audience to find a dude who threw it and bring him on stage so he could show him that his hands really work. The fan was then brought near the stage and slapped around by security before being escorted out. So, Lil Tjay made it clear to his fans in the UK that he wasn't gonna tolerate disrespect. But Lil Tjay ain't the only rapper from the Bronx who's ready for a fight. This next rapper got into it with one of her enemies in the rap game at New York Fashion Week. Cardi B. Cardi B is one of the biggest rappers in the world. But just cause she made it out of the Bronx, don't mean she changed her ways completely. Back in 2018, she got into a huge fight with her main music rival, Nicki Minaj. Both artists were attending the Harper's Bazaar Icons party as part of New York's Fashion Week when they got into it. After the event, a video surfaced online showing the two screaming at each other with a large crowd around them. According to witnesses, Cardi lunged at Nicki and had to be restrained by security. She also supposedly threw a shoe at Nicki and ended up with a lump on her head after the fight was broken up. After the news broke, Cardi went on social media to tell fans her side of the story. According to Cardi, Nicki had liked several negative comments on social media about her and her daughter Culture. Cardi and Nicki have been quietly beefing ever since Cardi blew up with Bodak Yellow. Before Cardi came into the game, Nicki was the queen of rap. So when Bodak Yellow blew up, she immediately had competition. At first, they tried to keep the beef low key, but fans started noticing both artists dropping subliminal disses that seemed like they were aimed at each other. The beef was eventually public after they both appeared on the track Motorsport with the Migos. After the track dropped, fans speculated that they was both sending shots at each other. They both denied this rumor, but when the video for the song was dropped, fans pointed out that they was clearly never in the same room during the filming. Nicki says it was because her hairstylist wasn't available on the same day, but fans thought otherwise. Not long after, Cardi said the verse from Nicki that was on the final song was different than the one she heard. The original verse later leaked and featured Nicki rapping, "I'm with a couple bad bitches that'll rip the party. If Cardi the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi." In the final version, Cardi's name was changed to Quavo. Nicki later tweeted that she changed the line after receiving a request from Atlantic. After Cardi brought up the line change in the interview, Nicki tweeted, "The corniest thing you can be is ungrateful. Give thanks." So the beef was heating up for a while, and when they bumped into each other at the Met Gala, things got a little crazy. The fight started after Cardi went to Nicki's table to address the lies she was spreading, and things got out of hand. But apparently, they cool with each other now and squashed the beef. If you thought that was wild, this next rapper is being investigated by police for battery after punching a fan looking for an autograph. Kanye West. Kanye's been going through it lately. First, he found out his ex-wife was dating Pete Davidson, and now it looks like he's being investigated by police after allegedly punching someone asking for a signature in downtown LA. The attack supposedly happened around 3 a.m. outside the Soho warehouse. A video released to TMZ shows Kanye screaming at his staff while the man is laid out on the ground. According to sources close to the situation, Kanye went downtown after a late night recording session and was in a bad mood as soon as he got there. The video shows Kanye screaming at two women as they try to calm him down. One woman can be heard saying, "I'm your family," while she tries to get him to relax.
"I am your family. Give me your hand."
Kanye then shouts back at her, "No, get away from me. Ain't no hands, ain't no hands." Then says, "You were supposed to talk with her."
"Give me your hand."
"Ain't no hand." "No, you were supposed to talk to her."
The person recording the video can be heard saying, "Why did he just do that? What's wrong with him?"
Why did he just do that?
You were supposed to talk
What is wrong with him?
The witnesses say Kanye was talking to a small group of people and asked them not to take photos and said something about them not knowing what he was going through. Someone replied that it was okay and we all go through family stuff. But then Ye served him with a two-piece. The victim refused medical care, but the LAPD is still investigating Kanye for battery. Ye was previously pictured giving the alleged victim an autograph outside of a restaurant on January 10th. Not long after the incident, Ye went on Hollywood Unlocked and broke down his side of the story. Kanye said, "It was 3 a.m. in front of the warehouse. I'm saying, you don't know what I'm dealing with right now. I just finished these 2 songs, I came from the studio, and this dude, he just had this real attitude like, what you gonna do? And see that? I'ma just tell you, that blue COVID-19 mask ain't stopped that knockout. You know what I'm saying?"
And this dude he just had this like real attitude, like, what you gonna do, and this and that. I'ma just tell you that blue COVID mask ain't stop that knockout. You know what I'm saying?
Ye also claimed that the dude was not actually a fan, but someone who gets autographs from celebrities and sells them on the internet. Even if the alleged victim did have an attitude, it probably wasn't the smartest move for Kanye to admit he punched him while being investigated for battery. Hours before the incident, Ye was chilling with his new girlfriend, Julia Fox, along with Madonna and Floyd Mayweather. But clearly, something must have pissed him off. Earlier this year, Ye caused a stir online after claiming that Kim wouldn't let him know the address of their own daughter's birthday party.
Happy birthday. I wasn't allowed to know where her party was. There's nothing legal. They're saying that these are the kind of games that's being played.
At the light,
it's the kind of thing
turn right
that
onto Aviation
really has
Boulevard.
affected my health for the longest.
Plus, he also made headlines after threatening her new boyfriend, Pete Davidson, on the song Easy featuring The Game. So he's obviously going through some family issues. But Kanye ain't the only superstar to get into a fight. These 2 platinum artists got into a crazy altercation at a bar back in 2012. Drake versus Chris Brown. Drake is one of the highest selling artists of all time, and Chris Brown is one of the most popular R&B artists of the 2010s. But sometimes, even superstars get into it. That's exactly what happened back in 2012 when the 2 was hanging out at WIP nightclub in NYC. According to witnesses, they was hanging out together in the VIP section of the club. At some point, Drake started pointing and yelling at Chris. Chris began screaming back, which is when his entourage jumped in and began shoving each other back and forth. It got pretty heated, and at one point, someone threw a bottle, which led to a massive brawl. Club security rushed in to stop the fight and had to call police for backup. But by the time the cops showed up, both artists fled the scene. The club maintained serious damage, including busted up tables, broken mirrors, shattered lights, and scratches all over the floors. Multiple members from both crews got hurt and had to get medical assistance. Chris Brown had a major gash on his chin after allegedly getting hit with a bottle. A photo of Chris's SUV taken after the fight later surfaced, showing what appeared to be blood on the back of his car. Rumors started to spread that Chris had sent bottles over to Drake's table, which he turned down, but this was later denied by a witness. A rep from Drake's team issued a statement about the incident, claiming Drake wasn't involved in the beef at all, and it actually started with Meek Mill. The beef between Meek Mill and Chris Brown allegedly started over Rihanna, who both men have a history with, but Meek denied there was any real problems and claimed the fight had nothing to do with them. In an interview, Meek later gave about the situation. He says neither Drake or Chris was at fault in the fight. He told XXL they was both there, but it was the people around him that really started it. He shut down the rumors that either one of them threw a bottle at each other and said that it all just happened. He also denies he had any beef with Chris. So, it's hard to tell what really happened. Maybe there was some beef and Meek just ain't want to put it all out there. Or maybe it all just escalated over nothing. But if you thought that was wild, this next artist was run up on at the airport by a random fan over a beef with another rapper, NLE Choppa. NLE Choppa has suddenly found himself in the middle of a beef with one of the hottest rappers in the game, NBA Youngboy. Youngboy's been at war with half the industry ever since he got out of jail pending his federal firearms charge. In January, he dropped the song Bring the Hook, where he disses O-Block and King Von. On the song, he rapped, "It's that Squid Game. O-Block pack get rolled up. Murder what they told us, Atlanta boy get folded up." The diss had the internet going crazy. Youngboy been beefing with O-Block ever since King Von got killed back in November 2020 after getting into it with Quando Rondo outside a hookah lounge in Atlanta. But since March of last year, Youngboy's been locked up fighting the Fed case. Now that he's potentially looking at spending some time behind bars, it seems like he decided to let the world know how he really feels and restarted the beef. Several people close to Von took to social media to give their thoughts about the situation. DJ Academics tweeted, "NBA Youngboy on demon time right now." Lil Reese responded by saying, "That ain't no demon time, he just rapping like the rest of these rappers all rap." NLE Choppa then responded by replying to Lil Reese, saying, "I stamped that." It ain't clear why Choppa decided to chime in on the situation, but it sounds like he wanted to make it clear which side he's rocking with. But what Choppa probably ain't realized is that Youngboy has one of the most insane fan bases in the game. While Choppa was at the airport waiting to catch a flight, he got into a fight with a Youngboy fan, and the whole thing got captured on video. In the video, the fan seen recording the rapper while they're walking through the airport. He could be heard asking him if he's NLE Choppa, then calls him scared for not answering. The fan then swings on them, and the screen goes black. A video from a different angle shows the rapper swinging back, but then falls down because he's wearing flip-flops. From the first video, it seemed like the fan knocked him out, which he later claimed in another video.
NLE Choppa in the airport, y'all. As soon as I say white and scary, he flinched at me, and then I popped him and knocked him out.
But the second angle shows NLE Choppa fighting back, but then trips as he tries to back the dude down. The rapper later addressed the fight on social media, tweeting, "I'll be at peace minding my business, but the devil work overtime to bring negativity to someone who seeks positivity. Begging y'all to leave me alone. I'm not one of them, no matter how much I've changed. I'll put anybody under. I got a daughter, a son on the way, and family to feed." He also clarified that he ain't get knocked out, tweeting, "It's a difference between getting hit and falling than fighting in flip-flops and falling on your own. I fell throwing a punch. I ain't get hit till I was on the way down. Crying laughing emojis. And my backpack 20 pounds. Buddy lips swole. Everything I threw connected. My whole ankle rolled. I got ice on that right now." So it sounds like a crazy fan just thought he could get some clout by running up on a rapper in the airport. But Choppa might want to think twice about getting involved in a beef with NBA YoungBoy, cause even if he won't do something to you, his fans might.